here's a leaderboard that we put together that I like to call the big shorts. And what it basically tells you is what position somebody has net short. And then we kind of aggregate that and add it all up and provide it here. So there's two primary types of filings that we're pulling this data from. We're pulling them from 13F filings, and we're pulling them from import filings. Now, 13F filings are pretty well understood. They've been around since about 2012. Most sites that have ownership data pull their data from 13F filings. And a 13F filing is required of every company that has at least $100 million in assets under management. And they have to disclose their standard kind of equity positions, which is this number here. They have to disclose their owned call positions, which is this value here. And they have to disclose their put positions, which is this value here. Now, there's also a filing called an import filing. These are all required of ETFs and mutual funds located or domiciled in the United States. In the import filings, they also have to file their short positions. So you're not going to find any short positions in anybody that files a 13F. But if you go further down here, let's go way down. This is a very, very, very big list, by the way. You come down here, you start to see a scenario where somebody has a short position. This is actually, a great example. So here's another one here, FPA funds, Crescent Fund. They have a short on SPY. So let's go back up to the top. And what we're saying here is that as far as we can tell, based on anything that's filed and shared with the SEC, the largest short position on record is SPY with CTC Limited. And I don't know who CTC Limited LLC is, but basically they have the largest short position of any other company that discloses data through 13F and import filings. Now, there might be some companies that share their positions on their websites, but we're not getting any of that right now. Citadel Advisors has a huge, massive short position in SPY. Parallax Volatility Advisors also has a lot. So you go down here, basically, and like I said before, with the options flow, you can really get a sense of what the large moneyed funds believe are the macro plays. Here's Susquehanna with a very large short position in Tesla Motors. Here's Citigroup with a large short position in the corporate bond ETF. Here's Alphabet and Amazon and Tesla and Alibaba again. And some of these start to look familiar after a while. A lot of these tech companies have very, very massive short positions behind them. So I would really recommend you taking a look at this as part of your due diligence to see who's shorting the companies that you're interested in investing in, and seeing what the track record is on that.